There are many amazing, strange, and sometimes even inexplicable things in the world. These miracles inspire, amaze, and remind us of the greatness of our world in which we live. In our new episode, you will see some of them, starting with mysterious natural phenomena and ending with unusual events in everyday life. So, let's go! This is the case when the watermelon does not meet expectations. Even if it's some kind of unusual species, for some reason, you don't want to try it. Previously, birds were often seen on power lines, but in the near future, drones designed to monitor what is happening may appear there. This guy wanted to feel freedom, so he got it landing in an unknown place. It seems that this is a toy and does not weigh more than a ton. It seems to be a fairly simple design, but what an effective one. Even those who do not suffer from claustrophobia feel uncomfortable in this elevator. The dismantling of several buildings at the same time turned into a spectacular show. The Gateway to the West Arch is the most famous symbol of St. Louis and is the tallest monument in the United States. Tender feelings are not alien even to trees. These, for example, became one and joined their branches. For some reason, his parachute jump inside the tower looks even more frightening than a jump in open space. Sometimes, looking at modern technology, it's hard to imagine how we used to do without it. Turns out that the lack of a corkscrew is not a problem at all if you have a hair straightener. This mask looks so realistic that it causes very ambiguous emotions and can frighten you terribly. It is impressive that the loader operator manages to drive despite the fact that his view is completely closed. Even after an intense and tedious game, it is impossible to refuse to have some fun with friends. In some restaurants, special aerators are used to let the wine breathe, or rather to soften the bright tannins and reveal the full range of aromatics and taste. It is unlikely that the game can be considered fair when so many insects are trying to interfere with it in every possible way. I wonder what else needs to happen for this pillar to finally be replaced. What a pleasant surprise, which will definitely be the motivation to continue the repair.
Watch out, Zach. It's gonna spin over.
There are so many questions about this video. Firstly, how did the dog turn out to be inside the trunk? And secondly, it was accidentally discovered, or was it a rescue operation?
Dad, I didn't get the squirrel. The squirrel got away.
It took a lot of effort to place and fix as many as 24 barrels. Don't worry, no environmental disaster has occurred. This behavior of the fish only means that spawning has begun. It seems that they want to find out from their own experience what the probability of a killer whale attacking a person is. What a great way to hint to an outsider about his impolite behavior. If she does this every morning, then she should understand that this is not the most effective method to dry her hair, but it is a surefire way to damage her neck. Well, maybe he'll have better luck next time. Even though he tried his best, he lasted quite a long time. Tell me honestly, do you also feel the taste of fresh honey now? You want to come to this bar, at least in order to observe his work? I would like to try all those delicious cocktails this clever bartender makes. The thirst for freedom works wonders. None of these ducks were injured after falling out of the truck.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
These Fast and Furious fans live in Thailand, so they decided to create a super fast water transport for themselves. It is quite possible that the fish appeared on the shore for a reason and a bloodthirsty predator swam after it. Don't know how to quench your thirst in the summer heat? Here, the most refreshing drink on the planet. No matter how beautiful killer whales are, it's worth remembering that they remain one of the most dangerous predators in the ocean. The only explanation for what is happening is that the motorist managed to convince gravity not to interfere in their affairs. Thanks to well-coordinated teamwork, any task becomes more realistic and can be completed much faster. When applied correctly, the domino effect can be very useful. No magic, just an unusual airflow direction. Have your desire to cook fish for lunch disappeared somewhere? Music surrounds us everywhere, you just have to listen. This is exactly how this unique musical instrument was invented. This cute mole found its way home very quickly. Given such an extraordinary similarity, this food should definitely appeal to the cat. Ants are not only hardworking, but also surprisingly intelligent insects with complex communication and organization systems. No one will be able to enter here by accident. This process is most likely satisfying. Robotic technology is increasingly taking on tasks that were previously performed by humans. Many tourists go to Maho Beach to enjoy the amazing takeoffs and landings of airplanes. However, before the visit, they do not always take into account the drawbacks of this spectacle. His hot dance will not leave any passerby indifferent. I wonder what really likes to ride, or does he just not know how to get back to Earth? Thanks to such exercises, their balance and coordination are in excellent condition. The national park in Zambia is one of the best places to observe wildlife in Africa. It is important that at the same time, they take care of the preservation of the ecosystem and make sure that human intervention is minimal. Even without knowing the destination, there is a desire to travel on this train.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
The charming, friendly dolphin was very pleased with the appearance of visitors to this beach. Perhaps there has been a drought and heat outside for so long, and now even the ducks can't get enough of the rain. Apparently, this herb has magical properties that turn a dog into a kangaroo. In India, transportation at weddings is often distinguished by its extravagance and rich decor. These guys didn't gather here by chance. They intend to finally deal with the device for all the missed opportunities and failures. With a little effort and artistic skills, this pillar looks like new. The people of Bologna are well aware that there is no such thing as a lot of mortadella. There is no doubt that this farmer really loves and cares for his animals.
Her ear. Maybe have her ear.
I wonder if they were delighted with such an attraction, or did he discourage them from approaching inflatable watercraft in the future? Surely his grandchildren love spending time with him. He's a real wizard to them. Take a look at how easily he copes with the glazing of the balcony. That's what having real skills means. Monkeys are smart and cunning animals. Sometimes in tourist areas they can unite into real gangs to take over the city in order to get some food. This is just another confirmation that it is better to stay at home in a thunderstorm.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen? A real gamer will not give up his favorite game under any circumstances. They can just find a way to adapt to the new conditions. A person will always find a way to entertain himself if he has at least a drop of imagination. If Harry Potter lived in Australia, the famous scene from the movie might look something like this. No wonder they say that even grown men remain children at heart. Each tree is like any living organism, so it has its own life cycle. When a tree reaches a certain age or weakens due to diseases and adverse conditions, it can break and fall. Nature has tried very hard to create a modern and very relevant color for this python. The Dragon Boat Festival in China is known not only for rowing competitions, but also for fun duck catching. In a sense, the probability of rain is really 50%. Fireworks fade against the background of incredible lightning flashes in the night sky. The turtles swam up to her in the hope that they would be treated, but apparently they will be disappointed. There are many different fountains in the world, but this one is probably the most original. You can always find a way out, even when you don't have enough time or money to buy a clothes dryer. Probably the pilot was just jealous of the vacationers and decided to make an unplanned stop. Hippopotamus teeth, which reach a length of up to 50 centimeters, are not only impressive in size, but also continue to grow throughout their lives. He definitely has a lot of experience and skill, all in order to taste such valuable and delicious wild honey. If she doesn't want the spiders to get inside, it's better to hurry up, close the door, and not leave the house for at least a few days. If you think you're the only one who undertakes voluminous and complex tasks, take a look at this small truck that carries a huge elephant. Of course, seeing a whale up close is an unforgettable event, but still, we want them to respect personal boundaries. It seems that the bird hovered in the air for a reason. I think it's tracking its potential victim. At first, attention is focused on the ball, but soon you realize that the real star of the video is the guy on the board. And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead. It's strange that the return of launch vehicles causes less excitement than their launch, although in fact, it is much more significant. Who would have thought that a traditional dance on a national holiday could be so extreme? This dog no longer plays for fun, it has reached a new level of skill. Fans of extreme sensations are inventive and love to experiment. A steam locomotive slowly passing through a snow-covered forest seems to immerse you in the atmosphere of Christmas magic. A snake boat competition is held annually in the Indian state of Kerala. Just imagine, in one boat, there can be more than 100 rowers and several more people beating the rhythm. Even though sea lions usually avoid humans, some of them are not averse to being the center of attention. Seeing so many birds over the city makes you feel uneasy and even have a desire to turn around and drive away. It would be better if he didn't perform such tricks in front of his son. Next time the kid wants to repeat it, and the ball will definitely hit the TV. As you can see, physics was useful to him in life. Thanks to this knowledge, he was able to please his daughter and become a hero in her eyes.
It is crazy. This is all bubble bath. All bubbles. It is crazy. This is all bubble bath. All bubbles.
If before this match he attended the games only occasionally, after the incident he became the most devoted fan. Usually this phenomenon is called dusty or sandy vortex, but this time it also captured the foam. Everyone knows that people are incredibly resourceful, especially when it comes to how to get out of a trap and return home after a hard day's work. He was once told that the skills acquired in fishing would not be useful in life, but he proved that they are very useful, even in fatherhood. Given the turtle's impressive weight, it is not surprising that a tractor was needed to return it to its natural habitat.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
One throw, and no one has any doubts about his professional skills.
Bro, where is you going? What is you doing? Why are you riding your bike everywhere?
It seems that this friend will wait here until he gets a sufficient dose of attention. Camping is a great way to enjoy spending time in nature, but you just need to be prepared for such surprises as attempts to invade your tent by spiders. If aquarium fish seem boring to someone, then such a pet will definitely appeal to everyone. Strangely enough, it's not water at all. This phenomenon is caused by a large amount of sulfur in the rock as it releases sulfur dioxide during combustion, which creates an incredible blue fire. This is what the bridge looks like during a 7.3 magnitude earthquake. Obviously, this is not the easiest place. Have biologists made any progress in cloning? Law enforcement agencies don't even think about interfering in the monkey showdown. They can solve all their issues on their own. This is not exactly how vacationers imagine their long-awaited vacation. My head is spinning even when I'm just watching this video. Soon, the days when we spent precious time in traffic will be over. He is definitely not fishing for the sake of relaxing time alone, but his catch is really impressive. Some things seem much more mysterious than they really are. For example, an aircraft seen in the sky may at first resemble a UFO, but in fact it is nothing more than an achievement of modern technology. The largest living snake is the Asian reticulated python. Its length reaches 10 meters. However, it is possible that reptiles still live in remote corners of our planet, which have long been considered extinct. The only good thing is that given their large size, they are most likely rather slow predators, so there is a chance to escape. From a bird's eye view, it's not even immediately clear that these are logging trucks. Did he really expect to be able to launch a mini firework from under the ice? Sometimes you still can't believe your own eyes. The world has never seen such an amazing optical illusion. Stick insects, which are also ghostly or horror stories, are a group of insects with bodies that mimic different parts of plants. They can change the color to match the background and become absolutely motionless in case of danger. Even the cutest cat can be turned into a nightmare monster. The rain is literally following them. At first glance, it's hard to even understand what it is. However, the solution is quite simple. It is nothing more than a coconut shell. It turns out that when buying organic products, you need to be prepared for such surprises. This is not the best marketing move. Many people would prefer to ignore that dessert at the sight of hungry bees on donuts. Did they really want just such an aquarium in their bedroom? As they say, there's no accounting for taste. He's just happy to show that he will move faster no matter how he drives. After retiring, he finally recognized his dream.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
Perhaps in this way, the fish is trying to confuse a passing predator. The domesticated hermit crab gladly exchanged his old home for a new, beautiful home. In Bangladesh, the beach copes with rising water levels in a very unusual way. This is definitely not something you want to deal with after a hard day's work. For some reason, no one wants to sit next to this atypical passenger of public transport. Surely many people in childhood dreamed of such a way of transportation. It is a pretty creepy disguise. Stargazers burrow into the sand and wait for their prey. At the same time, some species are poisonous and some emit electricity. Making bread is a real art that requires skill and patience to create a delicate, fragrant product with a perfectly soft texture. Most of the isolated tribes have already been discovered. There are almost no unexplored places on Earth where they could exist. Conducting experiments is very exciting. The main thing is to be as vigilant and careful as possible. Historically, night meetings have been associated with occult and esoteric practices. It is not surprising that such thoughts arise when you see a strange group of people near the forest in the middle of the night.
Don't forget to share the most impressive moment of this episode in the comments below. See you soon.